from the roar of the crowd to the weight of a nation's hopes. One tournament has captured the world's imagination like no other. This is the story of the FIFA World Cup, a saga of triumph, heartbreak, and the moments that defined football history. Join us as we journey back to the very beginning, exploring the first 9 tournaments that laid the foundation for the greatest show on earth. Our story begins in 1930, Uruguay. Celebrating a century of independence and boasting a 2-time Olympic champion team, was chosen as the first ever host. 13 nations made the journey, with European teams enduring long sea voyages. In the final, a passionate home crowd watched Uruguay defeat their rivals Argentina 4-2, becoming the first team to lift the coveted Jules Rimet Trophy, named after the FIFA president who dreamed this tournament into existence. 4 years later, the World Cup arrived in Europe. Italy, under the watchful eye of its political leaders, hosted the 1934 tournament. It featured a knockout format from the start, adding intense pressure to every match. The home side, the Azzurri, powered their way to the final, where they overcame Czechoslovakia in extra time. It was a victory forged in determination, making Italy the second nation to be crowned world champions. In 1938, the tournament moved to France, but the clouds of war were gathering over Europe. Several nations, including Uruguay and Argentina, boycotted the event. Italy, however, returned to defend their title. Led by the legendary coach Vittorio Pozzo, they showcased their tactical brilliance, defeating Hungary in the final to become the first country to win back-to-back World Cups, a feat that would remain unmatched for decades. Then, the world fell silent. The outbreak of World War II meant the Jules Rimet Trophy was hidden away for safety, and the beautiful game was put on hold. For 12 long years, the world waited. Football was a distant dream as nations focused on survival and rebuilding. The global conflict left deep scars, and the World Cup's future was uncertain. But the spirit of football could not be extinguished. In 1950, Brazil welcomed the world back. The tournament had a unique final group stage format. The deciding match, held at the newly built Maracana Stadium in Rio de Janeiro, saw Brazil face Uruguay. Needing only a draw, the hosts were stunned. Uruguay pulled off one of the greatest upsets in history, winning 2-1 in a match forever known as the Maracanazo. The silence of nearly 200,000 fans was deafening. Switzerland hosted the 1954 tournament, a competition that would be remembered for its astonishing number of goals. The final pitted the seemingly unbeatable Hungarian mighty Magyars against West Germany. Hungary took a quick 2-0 lead, but the Germans mounted a heroic comeback. Winning 3-2 in what is famously called the Miracle of Bern, it was a victory that symbolized the rebirth of a nation. The year 1958 in Sweden marked the arrival of a global superstar. A shooter Brazilian named Pelé burst onto the scene. With incredible skill and 6 goals, including 2 in the final against the host nation, he led Brazil to their first ever World Cup title. It was the only time a South American team has won the tournament on European soil, and it announced the dawn of a new era for football. In 1962, the tournament headed to Chile. Despite a massive earthquake just 2 years prior, the nation rallied to host a memorable, if notoriously physical, event. Brazil, even with Pelé injured early on, proved their dominance. Spearheaded by the brilliant Garrincha, they successfully defended their crown, defeating Czechoslovakia in the final and solidifying their status as the world's top footballing power. Game came home in 1966. England, the birthplace of modern football, hosted the World Cup for the first time. It was a tournament of drama, from a stolen trophy to a controversial goal. In a thrilling final at Wembley Stadium, England faced West Germany. A hat-trick from Geoff Hurst, the only one ever in a men's World Cup final, secured a 4-2 victory for the Three Lions, their first and only title to date. Our journey concludes in 1970 in the vibrant setting of Mexico. This tournament, the first broadcast in color, is widely regarded as one of the greatest ever. It featured a legendary Brazil team with Pelé playing in his final World Cup. They played with a flair and joy that captivated the world, culminating in a masterful 4-1 victory over Italy in the final. This triumph allowed Brazil to claim the Jules Rimet Trophy permanently, a fitting end to a golden era. From Montevideo to Mexico City, These first 9 tournaments shaped the World Cup into the global spectacle we know today. They gave us heroes, legends, and unforgettable stories that are passed down through generations. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more journeys into the heart of the beautiful game.